Okay, in this video we're going to be talking about factoring expressions. At the beginning of the year we talked about what a factor was. It's two numbers that create a product, which is an answer to a multiplication problem. So if I come and I see, I am given the problem 15 plus 35, and I'm asked to factor it, I need to find the GCF, which is greatest common factor of both 15 and 35. If I'm going to find the factors of 15, I can think about factor pairs. So I know 1 times 15 is 15. I know 3 times 5 is 15. We also did it using our factor rainbows. So 1 times 15 and then 3 times 5 and nothing in between. For 35, we can think of factor pairs. So 1 times 35 is 35, and 5 times 7 is 35. So I could also do my rainbows that we did earlier this year as well. Okay, now I find the greatest one. I know they have one in common, but we're looking for the big one. And we see here 5 is the biggest or the greatest common factor. So if I was to factor out 5, that means I'm doing the opposite of the distributive property. I'm taking the 5 out of both. So if you watched the other video, I gave everybody in the classroom a pencil. This time I'm taking everybody's pencil. So I would be taking 5 in this case. So I'm going to divide each of these by 5. So then if I take 5 out of each, that means 15 divided by 5. I would be left with 3. And then 35 divided by 5, I'd be left with 7. Do you see how it's their factor pairs? So 5 and 3, and 5 and 7. It's their factor pairs. Because if I then was to go and redo it using the distributive property, I would get 15 plus 35. So my answer would be this, 5 parenthesis 3 plus 7 parenthesis. So now if I have a different problem, like 36x minus 28, I need to think about the greatest common factor yet again. So 36, we can do our rainbows. So we'd have 1 and 36. And 18, 3 and 12, 4 and 9, and that's all we got. So 1 and 36, 2 and 18, 3 and 12, and 4 and 9. Then I have 28. So I was doing the rainbow, I do 1 and 28, 2 and 14, 4 and 7. 1 and 28, 2 and 14, 4 and 7. Now looking for my greatest common factor. 28, no. 36, no. 18, no. 17, no. 14, no. 12, no. 7, no. 9, no. 4. Da, 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 da. So yes, it has 1 and 2 in common. However, 4 is the greatest. So we're going to pull 4 out of both of these. So 36 divided by 4 would leave me with 9x minus 28 divided by 4, which would be 7. So then this is my answer. I can check my work by then putting the 4 back in to see if I end up with this. I am going to do one more. let's say we have 32x minus 40y. Same thing. We just want to think about the greatest common factor. Thinking it's going to be 8. 1 and 32. 2 and, oops, not 2 and 6. 2 and 16. 4 and 8. Then we have 40, 1 and 40, 2 and 20, 4 and 10, and 5 and 8. So not 32 or 40, 16 or 20, 10, oh, but 8. 8 is our GCF. So now I can pull 8 out of both of these. So I'd have 8. Now think 32 divided by 8 would leave me with 4x left, minus 40 divided by 8, which would be 5y. So this is my answer. Again, I can check my work by putting the 8 back in to see if it works. And I get this here.